Alright guys, what is up and welcome back. I think this is episode 4 of season 2 here. We're sitting 40 and 23, 7 games ahead of the second place Mets. We're in the beginning of June here, June 12th. Taking on the Dodgers in LA. Pretty good matchup here. 40 and 23 and the Dodgers are 44 and 20. So, it's a pretty good matchup. Everything's going pretty well. I did switch Longoria and Trumbo in the lineup. Kiki Hernandez came back. He's been doing pretty well, hitting 323, 432 on base. Elvis is struggling a little bit. I did swap Tomas Talis for Tyler Flowers with the Marlins. That freed up about $2.5 million. So I went ahead and pulled that. And Tomas Talis is 6 years younger than Flowers. Craig Gentry still is on fire. Bonifacio is doing, not great for a platoon guy. Minor leagues. Lipka's still doing really well. I signed Brandon Barnes. I had an opening. Rio Ruiz is doing really well. Ernesto Lopez is still doing really well. Chase Darno got sent down. Dion Toscano is doing pretty decent. And Catares is still doing all right. Garcia is struggling pretty bad. I sent Coart down to Double A to see how he does there. He's been struggling all year long at Triple A. As far as pitchers go, our Triple A staff is doing really well. Williams Perez, really well. Sean Newcomb, very well. Exceptional. I sent Shea Simmons down. He had over a 5 ERA at the big league level, and that brought up Ethan Sorvala. I did draft him last year. As far as this year's draft goes, it was pretty well. There was 3 guys I didn't sign. Chris Monroe, I don't know. I guess I can sign him, but other than that, I didn't sign 2 guys. Other than that, we did pretty well. 76, 82, 78, 88, and 76 for all potentials. Cleaned up the corners here. Got 2 guys in the corners, and Mario Delgado and Jim Jordan. Both pretty, hopefully pretty good players in the future. Both are still pretty young. Cortez, another reliever. Benito Urzari, shortstop, can really play any of the infield positions. 5'7", 192. B potential, 88 potential actually. So hopefully he'll turn into something special. He's still 18 years old. Other than that, that's really it. The lineup is doing pretty well. So let's go ahead and get into this series here with the Dodgers. We have Matt Wisler taking on Ryu. So let's get into it. Alright guys, what is up and welcome to Atlanta Braves Baseball. 40 and 23 Braves are taking on the 44 and 20 Dodgers at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. As you see, the great matchup between Ryu and Evan Longoria. Rio's whip is just ungodly. Anything under 1 is always very solid. There are the rest of his stats right there in 12 starts. 2.59 ERA in 87 innings pitched. Doesn't give up a lot of hits. Doesn't walk people. Doesn't strike a bunch of people out, but he pitches to contact and has his success that way. On the mound for the Braves in 12 starts, Matt Wisler, 2.92 ERA in 77 innings pitched, 72 hits, 22 walks, and 70 strikeouts. So pretty good start for the young kid. 24 years old, looking to improve those numbers today against the Dodgers here. Skip to the top of the 6th. It was a very quiet game. NCRT dragged bunts and gets a single out of it. So, that was like the 4th or 5th hit we had. Next batter, Kiki Hernandez, who's just been on a tear lately, drives one into right field. Puig misplays it, and NCRT comes around to score. I thought I'd be aggressive and run Hernandez here to try and get a triple, and he gets thrown out. Not by a mile, but it wasn't really a close play. But, just make them make the plays, which I tried to do, and they made it. So, can't really say anything more about it. Bottom half of the inning here, Seager drives one up the third base line into left field for a double. And as you will see, he is the leader on the Dodgers for doubles. So, his 16th double of the year. Next batter, Agon. Try and get a low fastball here, and he rolls over it, but after a wild pitch, Seager's on third base, so he comes in to score pretty easy. In the 8th, Ogando will come on. Pretty good numbers there in 13, basically 14 innings pitched. Bottom of 9 after a Hitless bottom half of the eighth. Nick Markakis, ex-Brave, who we traded to the Dodgers, drives one into right field after a Jace Peterson single, who we also dealt to the Braves, and he comes around to score to win the ball game 3-1.